I'm Racers Marshall Pruitt. This is IndyCar Yoda, also known as Mike Hull, Chip Ganassi Racing Managing Director. This is our second installment of something we call Mike Hull's Stints and Stops. What is that? Well, we're here at the PPG 375 IndyCar race. Normally, this has been 248 laps. They have extended it to an equal 250, so that's something brand new. But you're the person on the pit box for Scott Dixon, young rookie IndyCar driver who may one day develop into something but isn't particularly good right now. But knowing that you have spent so many years on the pit box, Mike, figuring out how many stints do we have, what's a profile for cautions, just what might fans look for in tomorrow's race, why don't we do our second episode here, all brought to us by our friends at HMS Motorsports, the leader in motorsports safety.
Mathematically, you might be able to do it in 3 stops. It'll probably be 4, maybe 5. I would suspect most teams will have 6 sets of stickers sitting in their pit box for the race. You start the weekend with 11 sets to try to give you an idea. Not much track time, so most people are pretty liberal in qualifying with stickers to try to understand no-toe laps. 10% of it will be yellow, maybe a little more than that.
Just historically, we've seen this race is about 10%.
But here's the deal, if you lead the race and you're trying to make a 3-stop race out of it mathematically, by leading, you're giving up a half a gallon of fuel per lap to the people you're racing with who are 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So
they're in that tow, they're being able to conserve fuel.
They're in that tow, and they can conserve fuel. And you know, you got to get to lap 60. It's 60, 120, and add 60 to 120, and you're in business. With yellow, if they all fall right, that's the case. But you want to have decent tires on for the end of the race.
You also mentioned as well, Mike, talking about leading. So if you have a great car and you're able to lead, wonderful, but you're burning extra fuel since you're the one piercing through the air first for everyone behind you. There can also be a strategy where you say, okay, maybe we have a great car, but maybe we fall back 2nd or 3rd, let someone else do that. Then you also run the risk a little bit of aerodynamic wash. Does that beat up the front tires a little bit? So I don't know if there's a perfect scenario whether to lead or not lead.
That's what we're going to find out. We almost joke about it a little bit. You know, you turn around, and normally this is a night race, and it's fun as a night race because there's a lot of electricity in the air, but you look at the pylon, and we always joke when you get to lap 125 in this race, the people that are in the first 5 are not in the first 5 at the end of the race. With green stops, if you're more than 8 seconds behind the leader, by losing 40 seconds in the pit lane, you're going to lose 2 laps under green.
Wow.
So that lends itself for some people to go off sequence because all of a sudden they're forced into it. You know, with going off sequence, you get 1 shot at it, not more than 1. If you have a great race car, you have great people in the pits and somebody that can wheel the thing, then you want to stay at the front and you want to stay within 8 seconds of the leader for 250 laps. IndyCar drivers by nature are very, very carnivorous. And that is not your friend at the Texas Motor Speedway.
Other tracks, just not
other
this
tracks.
one.
You know, Indianapolis is different because that's a track position race. Very much so. Because of the nature of the racetrack being so flat. But this is not a track position race in the truest sense. It's more about a patience race and having a car that's capable at the end of the race to give you what nobody else has, and that's how to run at the front at the end. It should be fun to watch. Network television.
Yes.
How about that? And we'll go from there.
All right. Green flag Sunday at about 12:15 p.m. Eastern. 3 stops going to be pretty darn hard, so 1 or 2 or maybe 3 more after that. But big thing to look for during the race, taking care of those tires. Should you lead? Should you fall back a little bit? When do you move forward? Or as Mike said, the folks who are kicking butt early are rarely the ones doing it late. So it's a lot of strategery to look at here. Off we go, and we'll speak to you next at Long Beach.
That'll be terrific. Looking forward to the
home
West
race
Coast.
for you.
Home race for me, yeah.
Southern California boy.
Yeah, grew up there, went to Long Beach from the very beginning, 1975. I went to the first Formula 5000 race there. So I've been there a while. Yeah, well, you know, I'm not like you, Marshall. You know, I'm from a different generation.
The greatest generation.
Yeah,
no,
well, I don't know
that was
about
World
that,
War II.
but certainly have enjoyed motor racing throughout.
Amen.
Yeah.
Speak to you soon.